Have you ever caught yourself thinking, I can't afford that, or I'll never be rich? What if I told you that those very thoughts are keeping you stuck in a cycle of scarcity? The truth is, the way you think about money has a huge impact on your financial reality. Most people don't realize that their mindset can attract poverty just as easily as it can attract wealth. If you've ever felt like financial freedom is just out of reach, it's time for a serious wake-up call. Remove these 9 thoughts from your life, or you'll attract poverty. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a fact. Today, we're diving deep into the toxic thoughts that are sabotaging your financial success, and more importantly, how to kick them out of your life for good. These aren't just casual beliefs, they're powerful roadblocks holding you back from abundance. Stick with me, because by the end of this, you'll have the tools to rewire your mindset and unlock the wealth you deserve. I can't afford it. Saying I can't afford it shuts down your brain's ability to find solutions. Every time you repeat this phrase, you're reinforcing a scarcity mindset that limits your growth. Instead of closing the door to opportunities, try asking yourself, how can I afford it? This small shift in language opens your mind to problem solving and creative thinking. For example, if you see an investment opportunity that seems out of reach, brainstorm ways to generate extra income or reduce unnecessary spending. Don't block yourself from progress with limiting beliefs. When you adopt the mindset of asking how, you start to see opportunities everywhere. Maybe it's picking up a side hustle, like freelancing or turning a hobby into cash. Even selling and used items can bring in extra money. The point is, you're training your mind to think in terms of possibility, rather than lack. People who build wealth understand that money can always be found if you're willing to think creatively and take action. That's the key difference, action. Think of someone like Elon Musk. Do you think he ever said, I can't afford it? No, he likely asked himself how he could turn his ideas into reality, even when resources were limited. His story is a perfect example of how shifting your mindset leads to innovative solutions. Instead of being a victim of your financial situation, take charge and challenge yourself to think outside the box. Your future wealth depends on it. This mindset shift also works in smaller, everyday situations. If you want to buy something that seems out of budget, instead of giving up on it, figure out how you can make it work. Can you cut back on other expenses? Or perhaps invest in something now that pays off later? It's all about thinking long-term. Even if you can't afford something today, it doesn't mean you'll never afford it. By focusing on solutions, you start aligning yourself with abundance rather than limitation. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. It's not just about affording material things, but also affording the kind of life you want. Maybe it's affording time freedom, the ability to travel, or even retire early. The question, how can I afford it, applies to every area of your life. Each time you approach a challenge with this mindset, you open yourself up to more opportunities and growth. People with a wealth mindset understand that the phrase, I can't afford it, doesn't exist in their vocabulary. They focus on solutions and leverage every resource available to them. You don't need to have a ton of money to think like this, you just need to practice shifting your perspective. The next time you catch yourself saying, I can't afford it, pause and reframe your thoughts. What steps can you take today to change your financial situation tomorrow? Now that we've tackled the first thought, stay tuned because the next belief might be something you never realized was holding you back. We're just getting started on removing these poverty-inducing thoughts. Rich people are greedy. Believing that rich people are inherently greedy is one of the most damaging thoughts you can hold. This belief creates a mental block between you and financial success, making you resent wealth and those who have it. Instead of seeing wealth as something evil, focus on the value that wealthy people provide. Many of them started with nothing and built their fortunes by solving problems and creating opportunities. The truth is, wealth is often a reflection of the value you bring to the world. Think of entrepreneurs like Bill Gates or Oprah Winfrey. Sure, they're rich, but they didn't get there by being greedy. They got there by creating products and services that millions of people needed and loved. They focused on providing value first, and the money followed. This is the mindset you need to adopt. Instead of resenting wealthy individuals, learn from them. Ask yourself, what value can I bring to others? How can I solve a problem that people are willing to pay for? When you shift your thinking from rich people are greedy to rich people solve problems, you open up new possibilities for yourself. You stop focusing on what others have and start thinking about how you can create value. Whether it's starting a business, offering a service, or making smart investments, the key is to focus on what you can give, not just what you can take. Greed has nothing to do with wealth. It's all about mindset. If you believe that money makes people bad, you'll subconsciously push wealth away. No one wants to be seen as greedy or selfish, and that fear can stop you from pursuing financial success. But here's the truth: money doesn't change people, it amplifies who they already are. If you're a generous person, having more money will allow you to be even more generous. If you're a problem solver, more resources will help you solve bigger problems. Money is simply a tool. How you use it defines who you are. So, what's the action step here? Start by finding examples of wealthy people who inspire you, not just because of their financial success, but because of the positive impact they've had. Whether it's through philanthropy, innovation, or community building, there are countless examples of rich individuals who are far from greedy. Surround yourself with these stories and let them reshape your belief about wealth. You'll find that attracting money becomes easier when you no longer view it as something tied to greed. Stay with me because the next thought we're tackling might be even sneakier in keeping you from your financial potential. Money isn't that important. A lot of people like to say, money isn't everything. While that might be true, it doesn't mean that money isn't important. Downplaying the role of money in your life can keep you from reaching financial freedom. It's not about loving money, it's about recognizing that it's a tool. When you treat money as insignificant, you miss out on the opportunities it can create. Think of it like this: money gives you choices. Whether it's the choice to travel, start a business, or simply take care of your family without stress, money opens doors. When you downplay its importance, you limit the options available to you. Instead of brushing it off, start thinking about how you can use it to improve your quality of life. Money itself isn't evil, it's what you do with it that counts. Another thing to consider is that people often say money isn't important to justify staying in their comfort zone. It becomes an excuse to avoid financial education, learning about investments, or building passive income. But the truth is, ignoring money only makes it harder to get out of a tough financial situation. You need to educate yourself on how to manage and grow your money, so it works for you, not against you. When you begin to understand that money is a tool to help you achieve your goals, your mindset will shift. Instead of avoiding financial conversations or thinking wealth is out of reach, you'll start looking for ways to improve your financial habits. Make money work in your favor, and you'll find it's not just about having more, it's about living life on your terms. I'll never be rich. Telling yourself, I'll never be rich, is one of the biggest self-sabotaging thoughts you can have. It's a mindset that stops you from even trying to achieve financial success. When you think wealth is impossible, you unconsciously close yourself off from opportunities. Instead of dwelling on limitations, flip that narrative to, I am capable of creating wealth. That shift alone can change how you approach money and success. Think about it. If you're constantly telling yourself that you'll never be rich, why would you put in the effort to learn about investing, starting a business, or building passive income? You wouldn't. You've already convinced yourself it's not possible. But here's the thing, rich people aren't born with some magical power. They simply think differently about money and take action. They know wealth is attainable through persistence and smart choices. Breaking free from this limiting belief starts with educating yourself. Learn the habits of financially successful people and adopt them in your own life. Read books, listen to podcasts, and surround yourself with people who think big. You'll notice that the more you immerse yourself in these concepts, the less you'll hold on to the idea that wealth is out of reach. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to money. At the end of the day, it's about believing in your potential. Instead of saying, "I'll never be rich," say, "I'm on my way to building wealth." This mindset opens you up to possibilities you may not have noticed before. Your actions will follow your beliefs, and that's when real change happens. Wealth doesn't happen overnight, but it's definitely within your reach if you believe it is. I don't deserve to be wealthy. Believing you don't deserve to be wealthy is a dangerous thought that can block financial success. This belief stems from feelings of inadequacy or guilt around money, and it can deeply sabotage your progress. When you feel unworthy, you unconsciously reject opportunities and fail to take the steps necessary to build wealth. But the truth is, everyone is deserving of financial abundance if they are willing to work for it. The idea that wealth should only belong to certain people, or that it's bad to want more money, is simply false. Wealth doesn't have to be tied to greed or selfishness. In fact, when you have money, you have more freedom and ability to help others. Think of it this way: the more wealth you create, the bigger impact you can have on your family, community, and the world. It's not just about you, it's about what you can do with it. To overcome this mindset, you have to shift your focus to abundance. Start by recognizing your value and the value you can bring to others. You deserve to be compensated for your hard work and talents. Embrace the idea that wealth is a tool to create a better life, not just for yourself, but for those around you. Changing this belief can open doors you didn't even know were closed. Ultimately, financial success is a mindset. You have to allow yourself to believe you are worthy of wealth. This is a critical shift that will change how you approach opportunities, investments, and even daily decisions. Remember, you're not just chasing money, you're pursuing the freedom and possibilities that wealth brings. And that's something you absolutely deserve. I'll start saving later. Procrastinating on saving is one of the most common financial mistakes, and it can cost you big in the long run. The idea that you'll start saving later creates a false sense of security, making it easy to push off building a financial safety net. But waiting only makes it harder to catch up. Time is one of your greatest allies in wealth building, and the earlier you start, the more powerful your savings will become. Even if you're just saving a small amount, the consistency is what matters. Think of it like planting seeds. The sooner you plant them, the more time they have to grow into something significant. You don't have to wait until you have a large income to start saving. Even setting aside a few dollars each week can make a big difference over time. Compounding interest works in your favor, but only if you give it time. Putting off saving also means you're missing out on opportunities. Opportunities to invest, grow your wealth, or simply have a financial cushion for emergencies. When you delay, you risk being unprepared for unexpected expenses or opportunities that require capital up front. The longer you wait, the fewer options you have, and the more you're stuck in survival mode instead of thriving. The mindset shift here is key. Saving isn't about depriving yourself today, it's about creating freedom for tomorrow. Start now, no matter how small, and build the habit. Once you see your money growing, you'll feel more empowered to save more and make smarter financial moves. Your future self will thank you for it. I'm not good with money. Saying I'm not good with money is like putting up a wall between you and financial success. It's a mindset that holds you back, making you believe that handling finances is out of your reach. But here's the truth: no one is born knowing how to manage money. It's a skill you can learn, just like anything else. The first step is recognizing that this belief is simply an excuse that keeps you stuck. The key to getting better with money is shifting from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. Instead of saying, "I'm bad with money," try saying, "I'm learning how to manage my money better." This small change in language opens up a world of possibilities. Now, you're not defining yourself by past mistakes, but focusing on the progress you can make moving forward. It's about improvement, not perfection. Start by taking small steps that build confidence. Create a budget, track your spending, or learn about basic investing. There are so many free resources out there, podcasts, books, YouTube channels, that can teach you the fundamentals. As you gain more knowledge, you'll begin to feel more in control, and that's when managing money starts to feel less overwhelming. The more you educate yourself, the more you realize that being good with money is less about math and more about mindset and habits. You don't have to be a financial expert to build wealth, you just need to be consistent and willing to learn. Your financial future is in your hands, and the journey starts by changing how you think about money. Only lucky people get rich. Believing that only lucky people get rich is one of the biggest myths holding people back. This mindset makes it easy to sit back and wait for some external force to magically change your circumstances. But here's the truth: wealth is rarely about luck, it's about consistency, smart decisions, and persistence. The people you see as lucky often put in years of hard work behind the scenes. Instead of relying on luck, start focusing on what you can control. You can't control every factor in life, but you can control your effort, learning, and discipline. When you think rich people got where they are by chance, you're missing the sacrifices and strategic decisions they made. Shift your perspective and start seeing every obstacle as an opportunity to grow and learn. You can't just sit back and expect success to fall into your lap. Start by setting clear financial goals and taking actionable steps towards them. Educate yourself on investing, saving, and managing your money wisely. Surround yourself with people who challenge you to think bigger and act smarter. This proactive approach will do more for your future than waiting on luck ever could. The reality is, wealth is available to anyone who's willing to work for it. It's not about waiting for the right moment or hoping for a lucky break. It's about being prepared when opportunities arise. The harder you work, the luckier you become, because what others see as luck is really the result of preparation meeting opportunity. I don't need to plan for the future. Neglecting to plan for the future is a dangerous mindset that can trap you in a cycle of financial struggle. Many people live in the moment, thinking that they'll figure things out later. But without a clear financial plan, you're setting yourself up for failure. The future might seem far off, but the decisions you make today will directly impact the life you live tomorrow. Financial planning isn't just for the wealthy, it's for anyone who wants stability and freedom. Start by setting specific goals, whether it's building an emergency fund, investing in retirement, or creating multiple income streams. Even if you're not making much now, the habit of planning for your financial future will give you control and peace of mind in the long run. Too often, people avoid planning because it feels overwhelming, or they think they don't have enough money to start. But here's the key: no matter where you are financially, it's never too early or too late to start planning. Break it down into small steps. Begin with budgeting your income and expenses, then gradually explore options for saving and investing. Little changes today can mean huge rewards down the road. When you don't plan for the future, you're essentially gambling with your financial well-being. Life can throw unexpected expenses your way, and without a plan, you're left vulnerable. Set yourself up for success by taking control of your financial future now. The sooner you start, the more prepared you'll be to face whatever comes your way. As thoughts we hold can either propel us forward or hold us back, and it's time to choose the former. Are you ready to remove these limiting beliefs from your life? Reflect on how these ideas have shaped your mindset and actions. Change starts with you, and taking even small steps today can lead to big transformations tomorrow. So, make the commitment to yourself, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and let's embark on this journey together towards a wealthier, more fulfilling life.